Joining me tonight is independent Senator Bernie Sanders from Vermont. Senator, great to have you with us tonight. Are you surprised? Good to be with you. You bet. Are you surprised Republicans are already announcing their intentions to obstruct? I mean, how else do we interpret that interview that Mr. Boehner gave?
No. These guys, the Republican Party is now an extreme right-wing party. It is owned by their campaign contributors and the millionaires and billionaires of this country. It doesn't surprise me. But the American people have been very, very clear on this issue. When you talk about deficit reduction, Ed, every single poll that I have seen, what this election is about, is the American people are saying no. We're in the midst of a horrendous Wall Street-caused recession. We are not going to cut Social Security, which, by the way, as Harry Reid just reminded us, has nothing to do with the deficit. We're not going to cut Medicare. We're not going to cut Medicaid. Yes, at a time when the wealthiest people in this country are doing phenomenally well and their tax rates are low, we are going to ask the rich, we are going to ask corporate America, 1 out of 4 corporations in this country, profitable corporations, pays nothing in taxes. We're losing over $100 billion a year because of these tax havens in the Cayman Islands that corporate America and the wealthy take advantage of. Yes, we're going to do deficit reduction, but we will be damned, especially after this election, if we're going to balance the budget on the backs of the elderly, the children, the sick, and the poor. And I hope very much that the Democrats stand tall on this issue. I hope that the president is prepared to go to every state in this country and ask the people, no matter how conservative that state is, do you really believe we should give tax breaks to billionaires and cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid? And Ed, you know what I think? I don't think there's one state in this country where the people will say, yes, that makes sense.
So, Senator, you want President Obama to hit the road after the first of the year and go sell the American people, just like Bush did in 2005 when he won re-election. He went around trying to privatize Social Security. What do you think the president should do with this capital?
I think on this issue, Ed, on this issue of whether we do deficit reduction in a way that is fair, or whether we give more tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires, as John Boehner wants, whether we cut programs that struggling people desperately depend upon, I think we have the overwhelming majority of the people on our side. And I think if we cannot reach an agreement in D.C., which is very likely, because the Republicans will continue to obstruct, I think the president has got to go around this country and say to those people, in Oklahoma, in Mississippi, in Alabama, guess what? This is the issue. Tax breaks for billionaires, you're going to cut Social Security. What do you think? Call up your congressman. Write to your senator. We can win this debate.
You think that would turn Speaker Boehner? I mean, it's very clear. He does not want a revenue component. He does not want taxes going up on the wealthiest Americans. The president says that he is not going to sign a bill unless it has that in it. So where are we?
Well, I'll tell you what, Ed. If I was Speaker Boehner, if I were a Republican congressman or senator, and my telephone lines were bouncing off the hook because our people are saying, do not vote to cut Social Security, stop protecting billionaires, you know what? I would get a little bit nervous. Now, I am already working with a number of senior groups and veterans groups who are very clear on this issue. There's a petition out there. We have one on my website, sanders.senate.gov. There are other petitions. Millions of people have got to get involved in this fight. We have the people on our side. They have got to stand up and fight back and take on the big money interests who want to do deficit reduction in an extremely unfair way.
Would you characterize this period of politics between the end of this election and the first of the year as intense as it's going to get?
This is a very, very significant moment, not only for millions and millions of people, but for the future of politics in this country.
Okay.
Barack Obama won this election. The Democrats won. They have now got to stand with the working class, the middle class of this country, and not allow Wall Street and big money interest to run over us.
Senator Bernie Sanders, great to have you with us tonight. Congratulations on your victory, Senator. Great to have you with us. Thank you.